Hey guys, how are you all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic. Welcome back to the channel. And first of all, sorry for recording this so late and posting this so late. I wanted to get it out sooner, but we had some power issues and it all left up. But today what I have for you guys is my Ninjago, what is this now? Episodes 9 through 12 review for Season 11. Now, I was going to make a video for 9 and 10 and then one for 11 and 12, but hey, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to combine 9 through 12 into one video. Because they are short episodes, not a whole lot happens in them. And yeah, so the last week we had some pretty good ones, but some other pretty shite ones, especially with the News Never Sleeps, or not the News Never Sleeps. What was it called? Snake-tastrophe, I think? Yeah, Snake-tastrophe. We ended off with a horrible episode, I believe. One of the worst ever in terms of Ninjago. I freaking love Ninjago, and it was just terrible. So, thankfully, with episode 9, Powerless, we get something that is really, really cool, and that is a completely awesome episode. We're dealing with Kai, who, of course, lost his firepower, and we kind of get a contrast between Kai and Lloyd, when Lloyd, obviously, of course, lost his power in Season 8 with Garmadon. So we had a really cool, aesthetic with that. And then, of course, we also get to this whole fight in a museum where Asphira is looking for the scroll of the secret, scroll of the forbidden Spinjitzu, and it's really, really cool because we see her, knocking things down, and eventually Kai meets up with this kid, Jake, and Jake's like, look, man, I know you don't have any powers, but, you have to, ninja never quit, all that kind of thing, and Kai's like, yeah, I know, but, you're not the one that has the power lost, I do. So it's really cool to see Kai kind of suffer, because normally in the series, Kai is a very upbeat and, hard-hitting, fast-talking character. Now he's just a little bit more slow, and it's like, well, I don't have any firepower, I can't really join you guys in battle. And eventually, of course, we do have some awesome battle in the museum for the scroll of Forbidden Spinjitzu. Kai saves the day, and that's the end of the episode. Now, Powerless is a great episode. I'm going to give it I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I thought it was a great episode. Very much better than the last one, trust me. Again, having that kind of, like I said, aesthetic, but more of like an agreement between Kai, who's like, you know what, I'm going to, go with you, even though we don't have any powers, but then, Kai's also like, at the same time, I can't go to that battle, but I'll go with you in spirit. It's kind of cool that we have that sort of element from Kai, because again, normally he's the more, brash and, I'm going to beat you, that kind of thing. So it was pretty cool, and I really did enjoy the episode. The next one, episode 10, Ancient History. This one, of course, we find out who the treacherous deceiver is, the one that Asphira wants revenge on. This one essentially is, after that fight for the scroll, they get Asphira gets part of the scroll, or, part of it, and there's a huge fight in Ninjago City where the ninja basically fight the fire snakes, and the pyro snakes, whatever you want to call them, and of course Asphira. We see a really cool fight scene between Nia and some of the pyro snakes. Very, very cool indeed. Ancient History, of course, is going to get a 10 out of 10. Really, it's just a fighting episode, which is really, really cool. And then, of course, in the end, we find out, spoiler alert, you know what these are, they are spoiler reviews. The treacherous deceiver, everyone thinks it's Garmadon. It's actually Master Wu. Now, yeah, that's crazy, right? Master Wu could do no wrong, right? Wrong. Of course, Ancient History gets a 10 out of 10. Again, not much happens, other than we find out who the treacherous deceiver is. And, yeah, another awesome battle episode for sure. Episode 11, Never Trust a Human. Of course, that is an Easter egg or a reference to Never Trust a Snake from an earlier season of Ninjago. And this is essentially the aesthetic changes, and this is where Tommy Andreasen says the creative side happens. This is an entirely flashback episode where Wu tells the ninja why he is the deceiver and why he messed up. Now, of course, we see young Wu, who is voiced by some kid, or teen, whatever, who voiced Wu in Season 9, Kid Wu. And then we also see young Garmadon as well. So the two kids, Wu and Garmadon, essentially there's this huge thing where Asphira is kind of like a wizard, I guess, or a witch in training, a sorceress, snake. And then, of course, we also get, this is, of course, in ancient times when they were kids, so there's huge pyramids and these huge snake warriors, and a Chondrite and Serpentine, kings, and it's basically like Egyptian times. And we see, basically at that time, humans and snakes weren't really allowed to cohabitate because of these wars that was going on in Ninjago's history. And, of course, we get, what else? Wu and Garmadon F up and they go into the territory, they get captured and put in a jail. And, of course, Asphira goes, hey, I'll break you out of jail if you teach me how to do Spinjitzu. And Wu and Garmadon are like, fine, we'll teach you, but you have to promise me, or us, that you can't use this for bad purposes. And she's like, yeah, fine, whatever, I swear. Of course, her fingers, or her tail, was crossed behind her back, or her claw, cup hand. Lots of cool stuff happens with this episode. The whole Tommy Andreasen creative thing, because this is a flashback episode, we actually see, well, it's hard to explain. You know those old movies, really old things, like it's black and white, you see like the waves and like the black dots that fly across the screen every few seconds? I think you know what I'm talking about. That is entirely this episode. So if you have seen episode 11, Never Trust a Human, you will know what I'm talking about. It's very much an old aesthetic type vibe, which is really cool, because we don't normally see that a whole lot in Ninjago. You know, now with season 11, we're getting a lot more of those things. Anime stuff and this kind of thing. It was really, really cool, and I really enjoy it. But of course, things go wrong, and Asphyra uses her power to dethrone the king. That doesn't really end up working, and we see the ancient scroll of forbidden spinjitzu, which Wu and Garmadon steal from the first spinjitzu master, their father, and they use it to basically take down Asphyra. And she's like, "You lied to me. I thought you were going to teach me spinjitzu." And he's like, "I did, but not all of it." And of course, it flips around in the end with Asphyra in jail, making a promise, "Hey, let me out of here, Wu. Come on, please." And Wu says, "No, you tried to kill a king. You tried to, destroy Ninjago in the process using this power. You're staying in there." And of course, that leads to Asphyra now wanting revenge on Wu. So this is a very good episode, and it gave a lot of good, not only background but also backstory to this character, and a lot of weight too behind Master Wu. Because normally Wu's like this guy who could do no wrong. He's basically, he's the mentor. He's the sensei. He's the master. What are you going to do wrong? He's the all-around good guy when he's not turned evil. So yeah, I mean, essentially this was really giving Wu weight, which is really, really cool. And of course, that is as well a 10 out of 10. Sorry if you hear that. That's my phone. No one's turning it off. I feel kind of bad about that. Anyway, moving on to, what is this now? Episode 12, Under Siege. This is another fighting episode where essentially Asphyra takes the fight to the monastery, which is friggin' awesome. We get to see the ninja, especially Kai, blame Wu for everything. Kai's like, "I lost my power because of your mess up. You need to take responsibility for that." And Wu's like, "You know what, I am. I'm going to surrender myself." So really this whole episode, Under Siege, episode 12, is essentially Asphyra fighting at the gate of the monastery, trying to get in, the ninja fighting and hiding, and eventually, kind of hiding in this little area where they know they can't get them, but they are breaking in. So in the end, if I could speak, we actually do see Kai and the ninja kind of get mad at Wu, but also make up with Wu and kind of, bridge this bond that Kai's been having with him for a while, because again, he lost his power because of Wu's mess up in last episode, Never Trust a Human. And we see them make up. Cole says, "Let's fight!" And they all, punch their hands, and they're all ready. And then the episode ends on a friggin' cliffhanger. But a show is good when you want to see more, and I definitely want to see more. So the next episode, this upcoming Saturday, is The Explorers Club, August 3rd, 2019. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Under Siege is going to get a 10 out of 10 as well. I love these batches of episodes. These 4 are phenomenal. Again, Ninjago could really do no wrong for me. There's a few things I don't like that much, but that Snake Catastrophe one was, wherever that news one was called, where they basically cut away and they were like commercials and all, that was just horrible to me. If you like it, that's fine. I don't. But yeah, these episodes, Powerless, Ancient History, Never Trust a Human, and Under Siege, perfect 10 out of 10 across the board. I love all of them. They give great action, great humor, great suspense, great backstory, and great artistic ability with that Never Trust a Human episode with the old tiny looking screen. Again, I love it. It's going to be awesome. Now, quick disclaimer, I will be able to cover Ninjago. I'm looking at my computer here. I will be able to cover it for a few more weeks. However, August 28th, I will be with my family. We will be leaving to Walt Disney World for 3 weeks. And I will make a video the day before we leave telling you guys that again, whatever, just reminding you. So when I am in Disney World for those 3 weeks, I am not going to be making a video every single day because, of course, that is my vacation. I'm not leaving you guys in the dust, though. I am going to be making more videos. I'm going to make some before, and I'm going to make some tributes or, some videos in there. I might even try to do some vlogging in the parks or in Downtown Disney. I know it's Disney Springs. I'm calling it Downtown Disney forever. Or, of course, the hotel. So we'll have to see what happens if we don't get copyright strike from all that crap. But anyway, that's just in the future, just a little heads up. I'll remind you guys closer to that date. Anyway, hope you guys, like the video. Leave me a comment section below. What is your favorite Ninjago episode from these 4 that I mentioned? And, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I loved them. I can't wait for more. And we'll see you guys in the next video.